I have been eating 5 whole fried eggs per day for the past 5 years, but I spent the past decade jumping from one fitness trainer to another in search for the perfect magical elixir that would cure all my problems. But not only did none of them help, their advice just made things worse. In this video, I dispel all the myths regarding eggs and tell you how eating more cholesterol actually helps prevent heart disease, not cause them, and how I managed to stay thin even with eating tons of calories per day from egg. But eating eggs is only one part of the puzzle. The key to results is avoiding these three deadly mistakes that I had been making for about 10 years before that. And as a bonus tip, I will tell you the best way to cook eggs for maximum benefits. For decades, we've been fooled by a misguided obsession with low fat diets. We've been separating eggs into their good and evil components, disregarding the yolk in fear of cholesterol, fat, and calories. Well, that's a load of crap. And it's time to crack open the truth. Eggs have all the vitamins necessary for human survival except for vitamin C. They also include vitamin K2, which helps keep the calcium out of your arteries and joints so you don't end up developing serious health conditions. And guess where all those vitamins are found? In the yolk, because egg whites are 90% water. Egg yolks also contain choline that is good for your memory, your mood, and other brain stuff. And if you throw the yolks away, you don't get to reap 90% of the benefits, which is why the first mistake is eating just the egg whites. But wait, aren't yolks bad because they contain cholesterol? And that brings me to the second mistake. I'll start by explaining what cholesterol actually is in less than 60 seconds. Cholesterol gets a bad rap, but it's actually an MVP in your body. It's not the enemy, it's a building block for hormones, especially as you age. Vitamin D is processed thanks to cholesterol. Your brain is partly made of cholesterol. Your skin is lined with cholesterol. Your body needs cholesterol to make anti stress hormones, and without cholesterol, we wouldn't be able to digest our foods. The cholesterol that your body uses to do all this crap is made by your liver. In the words of Dr. Peter Attia, anything that interferes with our body's ability to make cholesterol is a threat to our species. The key is not to eliminate cholesterol altogether, but to manage its different types. It's like saying drugs are bad without making an exception for life saving medication, which is technically also a drug. HDL, the good guy, and LDL, the bad guy, are two kinds of cholesterol. An easy way to remember which is LDL means taking an L, losing. Interestingly, dietary fat, such as the one found in yolks, contains HDL, the good guy. And you only take an LDL when you consume too much sugar. Eating excess sugar sends your body into overdrive to process it, leading to inflammation and the production of harmful LDL particles. These are the ones most likely to clog your arteries, which is why the second mistake is assuming cholesterol is bad for you. Talking about excess sugar, it isn't just the chocolates, sweets, and ice cream that count. Sugar is an umbrella term for anything that raises your blood glucose, aka blood sugar, rapidly. These foods include all kinds of flour and the goods made by flour, such as bread. Even fresh juices extracted from all natural fruits are full of it because juicing removes the pulp and the fiber that comes with the fruit that slows down the absorption of sugar. And what happens when you throw away the yolks and eat just the egg whites? You add a slice or two of bread, which makes matter worse. On the other hand, if you just eat the eggs with yolks without any add-ons like bread and juice, they have a negligible effect on your blood sugars, which is why the third mistake is eating tons of bread with eggs. But now that you know eggs are literally the opposite of what fitness influencers like Nathaniel make them out to be, what is the best way to cook them? Even though eggs can benefit you as long as you eat them regardless of the cooking method you use, there is one cooking method that is superior to all, and that is frying the eggs with runny yolks. It is common knowledge that the more you cook something, the more it loses its nutritional value, which is why eating eggs fried is much better than eating omelets or hard boiled. But don't let that keep you from eggs if you have yet to develop a taste for runny yolks. You can still experience tons of benefits even with eating eggs in any other way. And you don't have to start with 5. Start with one whole egg if you can't go for more than that. And always remember, it is way harder to add or remove anything from your diet right than it is to replace one thing with another. If you eat one egg and two slices of bread, remove a slice and add half an egg instead. Then remove the other slice and add the full egg. But knowing you should eat eggs fried is not enough unless you know what oils to use. This simple mistake of using the wrong oil can end up sending all your hard work down the drain, and it costs millions of dollars annually to the healthcare system, as it happens to be the number one culprit hidden behind the top deadly diseases including diabetes, obesity, Alzheimer's, and cancer. And I talk about the worst oils to avoid in this video, so click here if you want to learn more.